Friends, we are in for a special treat today. We are here today for Demello's first Arbor Day ceremony. So, round of applause. And we have a special treat really delivered by our 4th and 5th grade student council, who have done some really amazing research and have put together a presentation for all of you. But before we start, I just want a thumbs up. Who's heard of Arbor Day? All right. So we have some friends that are familiar with Arbor Day. Hands up if you're just not quite sure what Arbor Day is or what we're celebrating. Okay. So that is the purpose. Today, our goal is to talk to you about Arbor Day and what it really means and what we're celebrating and what's the purpose. Because what we really, and the big message is, we really want to make sure that our planet continues to thrive, that our planet is clean, that our planet has the animals and the insects and the nutrients and the clean air. So that's what we're going to be talking to you about today. Okay? So like I said, we do have some special guests coming up. I have a microphone ready for them. They've been practicing. They've been putting in a lot of hard work. So as I know you will, be the best Demello audience that you can be. Thumbs up? Oh, great. Friends, I also want to acknowledge we do have some special guests here as well. And these special guests come from your Dartmouth community. Okay? So what I want to do is I just want to quickly start by thanking two individuals who have come in from the community. One is Mr. Tim Barber. Mr. Tim Barber, are you here? Mr. Tim Barber, he is the Dartmouth Tree Warden. All right? I should have put a definition, or maybe we'll explain later what that entitles, but I'm sure it sounds very important. And then secondly is Mr. Kyle Berry. So he's from Eversource. So friends, we do have a treat that's happened over on Demello property, and we have some trees that have been donated to Demello. Okay, and those trees were donated by Eversource, and they've been donated, and Mr. Kyle Berry has helped with that. So can we just give a quick round of applause to Mr. Barber, Mr. Berry? Right. Okay. So to start, I'm going to work off of the mic. I think everyone can hear me okay? Yes? Okay. So I'm going to start by reading something very special to you. Okay, so this is an Arbor Day proclamation. And what this is going to be talking to you about is how Arbor Day encourages planting of trees in urban and wildlife areas to protect, renew, and manage our trees and forests to encourage a healthy ecosystem. So that's what we're talking about today. So here's the official Arbor Day proclamation. Whereas in 1872, the Nebraska Board of Agriculture established a special day to set aside for planting of trees, and whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting the heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing a habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. All right. And that's what we're going to be celebrating today, and that is what's coming to Demello property very soon. So that's okay, come on. So what I'd like to do, I would like to introduce some of our fifth grade student council members who have a message to read about the history of Arbor Day.
We are here today to celebrate the 151st anniversary of Arbor Day, which literally means Tree Day. Arbor Day is usually observed on the last Friday in April in the USA, but we're celebrating it a little early to coincide with Earth Day. This holiday emphasizes the planting, care, and preservation of trees and the important role of trees in protecting our planet's natural resources.
The origins of Arbor Day date back to the mid-1800s when a journalist named Julius Sterling Morton moved to Nebraska City with his wife. He bought 160 acres and planted a wide variety of trees and shrubs in what had been a flat, desolate stretch of open land.
Morton also became editor of the state's first newspaper and used it to spread his knowledge and appreciation of trees and stress their importance to Nebraska. His readers were receptive and agreed that Nebraska needed to increase forestation across their state. In 1872, Morton proposed a day that would encourage all Nebraskans to plant trees in their community, and the first Arbor Day was born that April. It was wildly successful. Morton led the charge, and about 1 million trees were planted that day by Nebraskans and many prizes awarded.
This annual tradition spread quickly and eventually became an official state holiday in Nebraska. April 22nd was initially chosen because it was Morton's birthday and usually ideal weather for tree planting. Over time, the idea of an Arbor Day celebration continued to spread to all 50 states and across the globe. People around the world gather every year to celebrate trees and plant for a greener tomorrow, just as we're doing. Today, we're planting 3 trees at the Demello School, and we will distribute seedlings to take home and plant. And with your help, we hope to see Dartmouth residents plant and nurture thousands of trees in the years ahead.
Okay, thank you, fifth grade student council, for reading the history of Arbor Day. So friends, like I shared before, we have some special gifts that have been donated. 3 trees have been donated to Demello, and I'd like to invite some more fifth grade student council to come up to talk about one of the trees that are being donated.
Our group researched the first tree called the white oak, and we created this presentation to share with you.
The leaves of the swamp white oak are 5 to 7 inches long with rounded and shallow lobes. The roots can grow about 50 to 60 feet when they are in open landscapes. On a swamp white oak tree, it is a striking tree with attractive peeling bark. On small branches, the bark is smooth and a purplish brown. On twigs of a swamp white oak tree, they are usually green and lustrous, becoming light orange colored or brown by the first winter.
Where do swamp white oak trees grow? What do they do? Swamp white oak trees grow in swamp areas. Swamp white oak trees are great trees for shade because they are very big trees growing at a rate of 50 to 60 feet. They also last for a while, more than 300 years.
Swamp white oaks' overall appearances are similar to that of other trees. Swamp white oaks grow acorns on their branches. Their leaves are ridged on the sides and vary from 6 inches, give or take. They can grow up from 60 to 150 feet tall. Their bark is like a rich brownish white bark. In the fall, their leaves turn various colors such as orange and red, and in the winter, all of their leaves fall off. Here are some more interesting facts about the white oak tree. We are excited to add this tree to our school grounds.
Take a moment to take a glance, and I can share this with your teachers as well, so you can. All right. Okay, great. Moving on to tree number 2 is the red bud. So could I have my 5th grade student council who have done research on the red bud?
Our group researched the redbud tree and we created this presentation to teach you about it.
Redbud trees are native to North America and Canada. Redbuds mostly live in eastern North America and Florida. Redbuds also live in Ontario, Canada. The redbud tree is the state of Fort Oklahoma. Redbud trees surprisingly have relatives in Europe, although being native to North America. Redbud trees typically grow up to 20 to 30 feet or 6 to 9 meters and also have about a 26 to 30 foot spread or 8 to 10 meters. 10-year-old trees are usually found around 16 feet. The end of the branches are very thin and also colored black, and the trunks usually is twisted and not very straight like other trees. The redbud is a living forest bearing flowers and fruits on bare branches. This is a rare trait in trees that grow in temperate climates. Redbud is a small, deciduous tree with Fabaceae or pea family, whose pink flowers appear in early spring to brighten up the landscape. The Native Americans ate redbud flowers raw or cooked. The flowers can also be picked.
Here's some other fun facts about the redbud tree. We're this tree to our school ground.
All right, and last but not least, could we have the 5th grade student who researched the black gum tree? It's getting messy. I just think I'm okay. Okay, friends, here we go. Black gum tree.
Our group researched the black gum tree and created this presentation to teach you about it.
There are lots of names for the Demello tree, such as black Demello, sour gum, cotton gum, pepperidge, swamp black gum, yellow gum, and Nisa. The Demello tree's leaves move in the slightest of breezes. Demello trees also have very slender branches.
Hi, we're Alina and Emma. We're going to teach you about Demello tree growth. Demello trees grow very slowly, also very medium-sized trees. They only grow 1 to 2 feet a year. Their trunk is very thick and long. The leaves change yellow, red, orange, and purple in the fall. There is a lot of history behind the black gum tree. Black gum trees can grow 30 to 50 feet tall, and the leaves can spread 20 to 30 feet. The black gum tree is originated from the United States. The scientific name is Nyssa sylvatica, or Nyssa. It was diverted from the water nymph in Greek mythology. The genuine Nyssa means mythological Greek water nymph. It denotes its tendency to grow in or near watery environments. That's some of the history of the black gum tree.
All right, so friends, as you can see, the trees that were donated are going to grow tall, big. They're going to be really pretty, not only in the fall, not only in the spring and summer, but also in the fall. And friends, these trees are now planted over where the parent pickup is, so near Little Land. So if you are a parent pickup, you're going to see these trees mature and grow big. All right. The next part of our presentation, we have fourth grade student council. Fourth grade student council, come on up. All right, do you have your stuff? You good? Okay, good. All right, friends, so fourth grade student council, what they've done some research on some really beautiful poems that align with what we're doing, which is all about trees. Here we go.
Underneath the poetry, come and rest a while with me, and watch the way the word weaves between the shady story leaves. The branches of the poetry reach from mountain to the sea. So come and dream or come and climb, just don't get hit by the fallen rhymes.
Trees by Eileen Fisher. Trees just stand around all day and sun themselves and rest. They never walk away. They never walk or run away, and surely that is best. For otherwise, how would a squirrel or robin find its nest? Trees by Harry Bell. Trees are the kindest thing I know. They do not harm, they simply grow, and spread a shade for sleepy cows, and gather birds among their boughs. They give us fruit and leaves above, and wood to make our houses of, and leaves to burn on Halloween, and in the spring new buds of green. They are first when day's begun to tuck the beams of morning sun. They are the last to hold the light when evening changes into night. And when a moon floats on the sky, they hum a drowsy lullaby. Of sleepy children long ago, trees are the kindest thing I know. The oak tree. A mighty wind blew day, night and day. It stole the oak tree's leaves away, then snapped its boughs and pulled its bark until the oak was tired and stark. But still the oak tree held its ground while other trees fell all around. The weary wind gave up and spoke. How can you still be standing, oak? The oak tree said, I know that you can break each branch of mine in two and carry every leaf away. Shake my limbs and make me sway, but I have roots stretched in the earth, growing stronger since my birth. You'll never touch them, for you see, they are the deepest part of me. Until today, I wasn't sure of how much I could endure. But now I found that thanks to you, I'm stronger than I've ever knew.
Okay. All right, boys and girls, can we give a round of applause to our fourth and fifth grade student council? They did such a nice job. You worked so hard, and it's not easy coming up here talking in front of everybody. You did a wonderful job, each and every one of you. I also just want to quickly thank the teachers. So for fourth grade, Mrs. Baker, Mrs. Markey, thank you. Ms. Ferris and Ms. Colbeck, thank you for all of just the time that you spent with the kids. So thank you very much. It was great. So friends, I really do hope that you're walking away with the understanding of what Arbor Day is and the purpose and the importance of Arbor Day. It's so important that we preserve the nature, that we preserve trees, that that clean air, animals, fresh water. It's so important. So that's what we are doing today. And again, to Mr. Barry with Eversource, we want to thank you. I think this is great. So thank you all very, very much.
Sarah Letterman, Ann Parson. And this is our tree warden again.
Tim Bobber.
Graduate of Demello.
Yes, I graduated here.
All right. And gentlemen, thank you very much for helping plant the trees. They look amazing. And then, again, the purpose of Arbor Day, right, is preserving nature, saving our trees, creating a healthy planet, because trees do a lot of things. What are some things that trees do for us? Emma, and then I'll go in the back. Yeah, in the back, yeah. They give us oxygen. Emma, what were we going to say?
They eco-friendly to animals like squirrels.
Yeah, they're homes for animals, for squirrels, for insects. What else? Yeah, cool. Say it again. They give us food. That's right. That's right. Real quick. Yep. Yeah. That's right, they clean our air, all right? So that is why this day is so special and important. And it's wonderful that here at Demello that we're celebrating here, and now we have these beautiful trees that will grow tall, that will be beautiful in the spring, that will have fall colors in the fall, and will provide a shade when it's hot.